Hey guys, how's it going? This is going to be a wee review on the 2013 horror film The Conjuring. This is directed by James Wan, who has also directed films such as Saw, Death Sentence, Dead Silence, Insidious, and the upcoming Insidious Chapter 2. Conjuring follows the Parent family. The mum and the dad, played by Lily Taylor and Ron Livingston, and then I think it's 5 kids. It follows them. They've just bought a farmhouse out in the countryside. No one about, no other houses about, secluded in the country, in the woods. And we'll get to know them. And they bought this house. They bought it at an auction. I think they bought it on the cheap. And when they move in, strange things start to happen. They hear noises in the middle of the night. Their clocks stop at, I think it's 3:07 a.m. in the morning. And all this other weird stuff starts happening to them. And when the stuff starts, to get a bit heavier, like really crazy stuff starts happening. The mum goes to this class. It must be people's houses are getting haunted, and they go to these paranormal investigators where they're holding this class, played by Ed and Lorraine Warren. Ed and Lorraine Warren, the characters in the film, played by Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga. So Lily Taylor, the mum, goes to these and asks them, could you come to the house and take a look and maybe see what's happening, or can you help? What's going on here? So they go to the house, and then that's when the shit starts to hit the fan, because the demonic, the sort of demonic possession, or whatever you could call it, the haunted, the person that's haunting this house. I don't really want to spoil too much. Doesn't like these people coming in, because they can help the family, and they can check out what's going on, and maybe help the family and what's happening. So that's the story. They're trying to help this family get rid of this demonic possession. So what you've got here is James Wan, whose previous film Insidious, which is one of the creepiest horror films I've ever seen. He ups his game here in The Conjuring. As much as I loved Insidious, I love The Conjuring just as much. You've got some really, really good scares. Most of the half an hour, 45 minutes. Most of the scares are the ones you've seen in the trailer, but they're still really effective when you go to see the film. I wasn't disappointed, because it's just the way the film's directed and shot. It's just a really beautiful horror movie. I think that's the first time that I've called a horror film beautiful. I mean, it's beautifully shot. The cinematography's lovely. James Wan's shots are beautiful. It's just got a real sort of 70s vibe to it. It's set in the 70s. I think it's the 70s, and it's just got a real beautiful sort of 70s quality to it. And the scares. I mean, the scares are. Some of them are really, really creepy and really scary, and just that mood. It's got a real sort of dark, beautiful mood to it. You've got the silence, the build-ups, and what's going to happen, and then you've got demonic dolls in there. You've got little boxes with clowns coming out of it and mirrors, and you've just got that real 70s horror quality to it. And James Wan, he knows how to make a really great suspenseful horror movie. Props to James Wan. He's one of the best we've got. He doesn't rely on gore. He can do gore, and he can do blood and gore and guts. He's done it in Saw, and he's done it well in Saw, but he just handles this even better, I think. He's a great talent, and I hope he's directing Fast 7, the new Fast and Furious coming out, which is a dream come true to him, I think, because he's always wanted to do something like that. And You know, I wish him well, and I hope the film turns out really good. But the Conjuring, like, he is really, really good at directing horror movies. We've seen it in Insidious. We've seen bits of it in Dead Silence. But here, he just, you know, everything comes together, and he's just made it beautifully. The acting's really good all around, from Lily Taylor, Ron Livingston. I've heard people saying Ron Livingston, you know, is the weak point of the movie, but I don't think he is. I think he's done a really good job. Vera Farmiga does a brilliant job. Patrick Wilson does a brilliant job. The kids, Joey King especially, you know, her crying scenes are really, really good. You know, when she shows, you know, emotion when she's scared. Especially there's a scene, you know, most of you've probably seen it in the clips and stuff, where, you know, she's lying in bed and she thinks she sees something behind the door, and that's a really, really good scene from her. You know, we've got some comic relief in there, so we do as well. And, you know, the last sort of half an hour is really effective as well. It sort of kind of turns into like a kind of Evil Dead-y Exorcist kind of last half hour. I'm not going to give too much away, but it's still really effective. And there's also a scene where Vera Farmiga's down in the cellar on her own, which is a really effective scene. And another scene where Vera Farmiga's daughter and Patrick Wilson's daughter is in the house alone with, you know, her grandmom. Really, really effective scene in there as well. All around, The Conjuring is a very, very, very good horror movie, and, you know, I recommend it. Anyone who loves horror movies, go out and see it in the cinema. You won't be disappointed. It's just such a great, great movie, and I wasn't disappointed. You know, it lived up to expectations. You know, I'm really looking forward to Insidious Chapter 2. But yeah, The Conjuring, go see it in the cinema. If you're a fan of horror movies, go out and see it. I'm going to give it a high rating of 9 out of 10. It's just a beautifully shot horror movie. It's got some really good scares in there. And, you know, I was watching it in the Lisburn Omniplex, and, you know, the crowd that was in there were really, really into the movie, and, you know, people were, you know, shouting at the screen and stuff. It was really, really good experience. And you know, it's the best way to see a movie in the cinema, especially a horror movie with, you know, crowd around you and all, and you're jumping and screaming. So yeah, The Conjuring definitely gets a high 9 out of 10 for me. It's up there with my favourite horror movies of all time, and yeah, just go check it out. So thanks for watching, guys, and, you know, if you like my reviews, you know, I would really appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel, you know, and like my videos. And, you know, thanks for watching, and, you know, take care, guys, and I should be back in a few days with another review. So see you later, guys. Thanks. Bye.